Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and thank you so much for joining today. Thank you guys for coming back. For my returning subscribers, I equally want to say I'm so grateful. And for the newcomers, this is the Anointing Village boy from Africa who is a YouTuber. Thank you so much, and my name is Milton Fonkwa. Thank you for stepping by or for passing by or for subscribing to this channel. I'm so grateful for the love and support. Alright guys, please, if you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you hit that little red subscribe button beneath this video and make sure you turn on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video like this, you are going to be the first to be notified. Okay, thank you so much for that. And for my returning subscribers or for my subscribers in total and viewers, today's video is going to be about a Q&A about Luxembourg and living in Luxembourg. Okay, I am going to be doing this video is all about a Q&A, questions and answer about Luxembourg and also the living cost, what it takes to live in Luxembourg. Okay, so that is what I'm going to do. These questions are actually coming from my last video. There is a video on my channel I did about Luxembourg, and the other one I did about what it takes to move to Luxembourg. So a couple of people, or let me say a couple of viewers came asking me some questions, so I decided to put them all together in order to make sure that everybody is satisfied. Okay, so today we are still going to talk about Luxembourg. Now the first question is about student jobs. Someone asked me about if there are student jobs. From what I can say now is, actually, I'm looking at the little sheet of paper down, okay, because I always like to jot down my things whenever I am doing a video like this, especially a Q&A, all right? When it comes to jobs in Luxembourg, remember I mentioned in those two videos, or the videos about Luxembourg, that Luxembourg is a very good country when it comes to job opportunities and immigration. And when it concerns students' job, this country, or let me say Luxembourg, pay attention to its citizens, so the students are not an exception. So if you are a student moving to Luxembourg, know that you are going to work. And in Luxembourg, as a student, if you manage very well, you can as well save a lot of money, okay? Or your budget in a month, when you hustle as a student, you are going to save a lot of money. I know what I'm saying, all right? So you have to be conscious about your choices, or let me say the choice you make these days. So know that in Luxembourg you are going to work and you can save more money, and sometimes you can save up to like 1,500 or maybe 1,700 euros, all right, in a month in Luxembourg, if you are someone who manages. Because of course, if you are somebody who likes to drink a lot, outing a lot, eat from restaurants and things like that, buy expensive stuff, of course you can't save that type of money. Remember, as the payment rate is high, that is how their things too are going to be high for you to pay to purchase them, especially accommodation. So you have to note that, all right? And nowadays it's going to, let me say, from 2021, from what I found out and from my research, it shows that from 2021 the salary for students, or let me say salaries, are going to increase by 2.8%, all right? Which means that from what you were being paid in 2020, you are going to earn more in 2021, all right? That was what I realized, all right? So now the next question goes to residency in Luxembourg. The person says how to get a residency in Luxembourg. Well, from my research, because I am not actually living in Luxembourg, and from my research, you can get residency in Luxembourg after 5 years of living in Luxembourg, okay? You can get residency after 5 years of living in Luxembourg. And of course, there is still another way you can get residency in Luxembourg, which is if you are married to someone who has a residency, or who has a permanent residency in Luxembourg, you automatically are going to get the residency as well, all right? Or maybe if you get married to a citizen who is from Luxembourg, or somebody who was born in Luxembourg, you are automatically going to get residency, okay? So let's move now to the language. Another question came in which says, which language is most spoken in Luxembourg? Well, there are a variety of languages that are being spoken, or let me say there are so many languages spoken in Luxembourg, but their main language is French, all right? So for me as a Cameroonian, if I go to Luxembourg, I am not going to have a problem with the language because first of all, I do understand French, though my speaking my writing French is better than my speaking French. But sometimes when you say comment tu t'appelles, tu es où, je suis à la maison, I do understand what you mean, okay? Because I come from a bilingual country. Cameroon is bilingual, so we speak French and English, same as Canada, all right? Though not all provinces in Canada do speak French, but I understand Quebec is bilingual as well. So that is the main language in Luxembourg, French. But they do speak, the minority do speak German as well. Then they do have their own main language, which is the Luxembourgish, all right? So these are some of the languages spoken there. The next question goes to asylum. Well, before I address the issue of asylum in Luxembourg, there is this guy who got admissions at in Luxembourg and also in Belgium. So he came asking me if which one, because he watched my video. So I'm so grateful, bro, for you that watched my video and asked me that question. And for those of you who keep watching my videos, I'm so grateful. So I automatically told him, well, it depends on budget, but if you have the budget, go to Luxembourg, all right? None of these countries is a bad place. All of the countries are very good, all right? Everywhere on this earth is very good. It depends on what you have to do, your budget, your ambitions, your future ambitions, all right? So that is what you need to know. So as my own little advice, if you ask me, if you got the budget, you got the resources, and it also depends on what you are looking at. I told him to decide, but if you ask me and everything concerning me, I would choose Luxembourg over Belgium. Though Belgium is also a very nice country. As I said, not no country is bad, all right? It depends on your budget, your future ambitions, and so many other factors, all right? So you have to put that into consideration. Now, addressing the issue of asylum in Luxembourg, guys. For you to get an asylum in Luxembourg, you must move to Luxembourg, all right? You must leave your home country to Luxembourg. Then, from Luxembourg, you meet the competent authorities to apply for asylum. Then, and there is this thing we also need to note down. Asylum is not given to everybody in Luxembourg. It is not given to people from the European Union or people who come from developed nations like maybe Germany, Sweden, Canada, the United States. Asylum in Luxembourg is only being given to third world countries, right? Underdeveloped nations, especially countries from Africa. So you have to note that. But if you want to apply for the asylum in Luxembourg, you must move to Luxembourg. Then you will meet the competent authorities, okay? That is how it functions over there, all right? So then the next question goes to this. Apartment costs. Well, apartments in Luxembourg, there is one thing I realized about Luxembourg. Luxembourg typically is not that expensive. It's not an expensive country, but there is a problem somewhere. The housing, the accommodation. Accommodation in Luxembourg is somehow very expensive. Sometimes a house you can pay, because my apartment in Northern Cyprus, we were living four, but we were paying £350. Let's just say it was equivalent to like 390 euros, okay? But now, that same apartment in Luxembourg, you can't get it for 390 euros. You will be paying for like maybe 700 euros. And an apartment which is 400 euros maybe in Belgium or Germany will cost like maybe 800 euros in Luxembourg, because housing in Luxembourg is the most expensive part, all right? The only problem I think in Luxembourg is housing, all right? It's housing. That is what I know, and from my research that I've done. So before you move there, you have to consider your budget for accommodation, all right? That is what you need to know. And sometimes somebody also asks about the prices. Sometimes, as I said, it depends on what you want, maybe on the location in Luxembourg again, and on the age of the building, all right? These are some of the factors that counts a lot. And buildings in Luxembourg City are somehow expensive compared to other smaller locations. And you also have to understand that Luxembourg is a small country, not up to 1 million people. I think the population in Luxembourg is like 600 to 700,000 plus, all right? So you need to know that as well. Now, the next question goes to citizens in Luxembourg. Yes, As I said, you have to live in Luxembourg for 5 years before you can apply for citizenship, all right? And again, I almost forgot something. This citizenship, you must live in Luxembourg for 5 years before you can apply for citizenship. And remember, when you want to apply for the citizenship, they are going to give you an exam. And this exam is set in their language, which is the Luxembourgish, all right? And this language, I think it comprises of the written section, the speaking section, the reading section, and some another section, all right? And you must pass the language before you will be given the citizenship. If you fail, you can apply again, but you must pass the language before they will give you the citizenship, all right? So that is what you need to jot down. Then again, let's say it is there are so many other ways you can move in there, as I mentioned before. And for you to apply for asylum, you must come from a third world country, all right? And you must move to Luxembourg before you apply. There are so many languages spoken there. For residency, you must be married to a citizen from Luxembourg, or you must have lived there for at least 5 years. And for salaries or student jobs that are available, you can earn even up to 1,700 euros if you are someone who manages a lot. And note that the salaries are going to increase sooner, maybe 2.7, 2.8% or 2.9% this year, which is 2021. And again, the apartment and the food type, all right? The food type in Luxembourg, I almost forgot. The food type in Luxembourg. Well, when it comes to food type, you may not like their food or the food that is in Luxembourg or what is being prepared mostly by these citizens. But there are African shops you can get your items from, all right? Because even when I was in Turkey, I usually eat most of the times from my home, because most of the Turkish food that used to be there used to be very watery and sometimes very greenish, all right? So I always like to prepare my stuff at home. Though they are greenish, but they are delicious. But what I usually like to take from, which is prepared by in Turkey, was the kebab and the pizza, all right? At least those ones usually pass through my throat. So in Luxembourg, it is not different. You will obviously meet their food or people preparing their food. But then, if you are looking for what you can eat or what you have been eating in Africa, like gari, fufukon, babite, ero, of course, there are African shops. You can as well ask your parents or your people back home to send them to you, all right, if you really want to eat them. Because sometimes, I'm not going to lie, there is going to come a time that you will really be hungry to eat African food, all right? Unless you go to an African shop, you will not be able to get it there. So there are African shops that will sell those things, and you can as well ask people to ship them for you, all right? And again, when you are looking for an apartment in Luxembourg, make sure you consider your amount or the budget you have on you, and know that apartments is very expensive. All in all, it is a very good country. So this was what I decided to do today, so that I can answer some of the questions that were asked to me by subscribers and viewers. Guys, again, note that Luxembourg is a very good country. If you have money, you can invest as well, all right? They are into real estate and banking. That is why the economy is booming very well. So Luxembourg is a very good place and a very good country. A lot of people are investing in Luxembourg. So if you invest there, be sure that your finances are going to double in time to come. In as much as you can invest in your own home country to promote your economy, it is as well very important to invest in certain sectors in different countries if you have the fund and the resources, all right? So thank you guys for watching this video. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe, all right? This is the Anointing Village Boy, the one and only Anointing Village YouTuber from Africa. Please do not forget to subscribe and share this video so that some people can get this cure and all right? Thank you. Until we meet again. Peace out.